Alright, what's going on? It's like 15 minutes after I made the Instagram post that I wanted to start vlogging. So I'm gonna give this a shot. May or may not upload this post or video, whatever. But anyway, here's the driveway of doom that Matt Papa made up. He and I in his mini last night. Fucking toeing the shit out of it. But we made it. It finally got plowed last night. Carl came over and plowed and salted it. So maybe if you're front wheel drive, you can make it up now. But anyway, it's also the reason we've been slow at making videos, because we can only work on what's like already up here, because we can't really get up and down that easily unless you have four-wheel drive. But I don't know, maybe that'll change. Yeah. So, in case people are wondering what's going on with my cars, the Equinox has a gas leak right from the fuel pump, which is totally Chevy's problem, and they had a recall for it back in like 2012, but they didn't name my VIN for some reason because it like wasn't in the state. But they might fix it, so might get that back on the road. The all-wheel drive also gave out. It has like a diff clutch for the rear diff that engages the rear wheels sometimes. And that burned out, so rear wheel doesn't work at all, so it's been a front wheel. So that's not really that good. Miata, if you remember that lower control arm I replaced, and I put a brand new sway bar link on it, that already ripped itself apart. Rock Auto, what the hell, but maybe I can fix that. If I could, get in that garage without two broken Miatas in it, but that's what it is. So it's like not even 9 a.m. yet, so absolutely no one's awake because everyone goes to sleep at fucking 4 a.m. And they never get to see daylight because the sun usually sets in the afternoon, like 4 o'clock in the winter in New England. So if you're not up early, you don't see this. Kitchen filthy as usual. So I already know I'm going to get this question. With this behemoth sitting here, what's the deal with this? This I built years ago. It started off as some like HP pre-built thing that you can make online that was a heap of junk. I think the only thing I might still have from that original HP build was like maybe one hard drive, and definitely the optical drive. That's the only thing I saved because like just needed one. Anyway, it used to. I've switched up this build a ton. It used to be like a full EVGA build, except for the power supply. Like I used to have EGA motherboard, graphics cards, everything. That shit the bed after a while. This was the most promising setup I had of it running. I used to have two 660 Ti's, which I gave to Orion. I used to have two of those, and they didn't really give me the performance I wanted. So this is a 760, also pretty old, but it's water cooled. I think I have 32 gigs of RAM. Might be, I don't remember. Probably. It's got an Intel 2700K, old Sandy Bridge. Old technology. Asus Republic of Gamers motherboard. That actually I like a lot. But this thing, it had its day. It's slow now. It can't handle 4K, which is why this video is only going to be in 1080 60, but what can you do? It fires up most of the time when you hit the button. The power supply started shorting out, so it won't boot up every time, or sometimes it'll cut out, but it is what it is. Still plays GTA 5 pretty mean, but that's about all it can do. I'm gonna try and fire this bitch up, see if I can edit this video. Oh, is it gonna work? Yeah. Yeah, dude. Here's something I've been working on for my Miata build, which is eventually going to get a turbo. I was working with Dan to get that all set, and then he ordered the wrong manifold. He ordered a 1.8 manifold, and that's how Rudnick's turbo build started, so that's why I'm not doing mine. But I built this. I found some guy in Miata Club. I just made a post. Anyone have a half-broken tombstone out of a 1.6? And sure enough, I found one. I was going to use mine that I ripped out of mine because I just bought a new one. Mine was in pieces, but this top half was still intact, so that's what I wanted to mount gauges. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cut it right about here, try and curve it or cut it at the right, like to match this, so it'll fit on top of the one that's already in my car. So that'll look all nice. I'm all for getting that factory look. As you can tell in the Camaro, I don't really like to have anything that's not stock on the dash. So this is the Innovate MTXL, the eBay fucking fuel ratio gauge. Should work pretty good. I rigged up the vent ball thing. I pulled the ball vent out and just stuck this right in the cup that the vent goes in. Had to cut it a little bit to get the U bracket to fit over it, but it works pretty mint. I got the factory trim to go back on. Had to leave the little glass thing off of this. Oh well. Boost gauge kind of sits a little cocked in there. It's because this bracket they give you is a little funky, just like the way it's not centered on the thing. But whatever. Figure that out. Hopefully that'll get thrown in there sometime. I also pretty much finished up my Mega Squirt. It's all nice modded for Miata. I think it has a tune that'll run my Miata right now on it, just from base setup and constants and everything. So that should be good to go. Slap it in. I have my harness I custom made. Well, I ordered the actual harness part from DIY, but whatever. This is the part I made. I took a stock 1.6 ECU and cut the female connector off of it. So this will plug right into any 1.6, directly plug and play. And I set my grounds here, and everything just uses the stock harness. So you plug it in, you're good to go. The only other wire I have to run, there's one wire in this bundle that has to go to a fuel pump relay, which, cause Miata, it's under the dash, by the clutch for some reason, clutch pedal, so that's where that hides. So that needs to go in, and then I'll be all good to boost it. Fucking A. To my surprise, this is actually editing the video. I haven't tried to render it yet, but we'll see. But that pretty much sums up my first vlog, a little over 8 minutes. Hope it wasn't too boring. If you guys want to see more of this, let me know. I'm probably gonna post this on my Scrandy YouTube account. So I'll give you the link later, but thanks for watching.